So you want to get more done in your day? Stay through the end to hear 3 resources that are going to help you do just that. Hey, what's up? Jeremy back again with another video to help you find your purpose and to live the dream. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 resources for how to get more done in your day. These are 2 of these you've probably heard before. 1 you probably haven't. So be sure you're watching this all the way through the end because you might also snag some tips for how to use these things along the way. That being said, let's hop right into the video. Resource number 1 is this one right here. See if I can get it in there. Boom. This is the Best Self Journal from Best Self Co. This journal has helped, these journals, every 90 days I do another one, has helped me a ton to have the sort of structure and discipline and sort of routine I need to keep my goals top of mind, to not have goals that are too lofty, to not have goals that are too little, to make sure that I'm making the most important thing, which is daily progress towards what I want to do. And so inside of the Best Self Journal, I can write down, the things I want to check off. I can write down the goals that I have. I can write down what's happening in my day. And then I can also structure and manage the goals that I'm going after. So, whether it's a Best Self Journal or something else, it's imperative that you have something in place where you can write your stuff down, where you can see it, where you can revisit it daily, where you can check in on your status and your progress on it every single day. So I'm a huge fan and a huge advocate for Best Self Journal. In fact, if you want one, head to whatupjeremy.com/journal so you can snag one now. This is something that will help you immediately feel more clear in the direction that you're headed, and will help you to stay on track and to get more done. Part of productivity and getting more done in a day is not, the amount of stuff that you have to get done. It's what you're getting done and how far that's going to get you. I could be busy from morning to night with things that get me nowhere, but if I'm focused on a goal and I'm taking small, even just the tiniest steps towards that every single day, then I'm gonna feel better at night. I'm gonna feel better at the end of every week, month, and every 90-day period. So be sure to get yourself a Best Self Journal. That's gonna help you get a ton more done in your day because you're gonna have the sort of clarity and structure that you need. Liking this video, hit thumbs up or subscribe. New videos Monday through Friday. That being said, let's get into resource number 2. Resource number 2 is something that you probably haven't heard of or at least used before. I find that most people, if they do hear of this resource or know of this resource, they definitely don't use it. Now, that's also to be said about most self-development things out there as well. So you're watching this video, you got to make sure that you're using it and applying it. And that resource is called Toggle. It's one thing to know what you're doing at a given time. It's another thing to know, to look back on how much time you're giving everything in your day. If I shadowed most people, that I would find inside of there a lot of extra minutes inside of there, a lot of things that you could be doing differently to capitalize on it. And so what Toggle has helped for me to do is to not only track the time throughout my day, but to start setting some goals and to start minimizing or increasing the amount of time going towards things that I'm wanting. So, a couple months back, I wasn't spending a lot of time with family. And although I could feel it, to see it in black and white and in numbers is something completely different. And so I could say, okay, if I'm having this little amount of time going towards family or everything else, and I look at the other parts of the pie, which one of those can I reduce so that I can increase family, or which one of those can I combine with family so that I can start to increase the amount of time that I'm spending there. It helps you to get creative when you're seeing it from that perspective and just seeing where your time is going. So if you want to get more done in a day, it's important that you have a way to look back and see where your time went. As meticulous as one may be, or as undisciplined as one may be, the timer and this scenario helps for you as you get in the habit of using it to reset yourself, to really look at what you're doing and be cognizant of it. Most of us are just going through our day-to-day routine. So when you have a tool that you can look back on, a scoreboard to look back on for where your time went, you can see why you're winning or the opportunities that you have in your life. Using Toggle, I'll throw a disclaimer, using Toggle can be a big wake-up call. It can be very disappointing. It can be discouraging to see where your time is going if you're being honest with it. When I look back to when I started using Toggle, I was only using it for client projects, and then this was in 2015 basically, and I started saying to myself, what if I measured every second? And I've done that. If you're watching this in 2018, I've done that since 2015 to see where all my time was going, from starting with client projects and wasted time, and then now I can see how much time I spent getting ready. I can see how much time I spent in the first half of 2018 getting my hair cut. I could see how much time I spent walking my dog. I could see all of it. And so when you can do that and break things down, you start to take even more ownership of your time. So download Toggle right now from the App Store or head to whatupjeremy.com/toggle, TOGGL, so that you can grab that and you can start tracking where your time is going, and so you can start monitoring every second. Resource number 3. This is one that a lot of people know about. This is one that most people don't use. And in this stage of my life, I'm sharing this resource because I need to get back to using it more. I've been great on my best self journal. I've been great inside of Toggle, but one thing I have not been doing is been adamant about taking what I've done in my best self journal, or what I'm wanting to do that day in my best self journal, what's happened inside of Toggle, and using my calendar to house it all. There was a point in time over the last 2 or 3 years where I was meticulous about not only planning my next day and week and even having, recurring tasks and things that I was doing, but if I ever missed something, going to my Toggle timers and seeing where my time went and putting it almost to the minute inside of there, so that I can see productivity, so I can see where I'm being lazy, so I can see where I'm feeling the most energy. And so I'm saying this and giving you a disclaimer that I need to be taking my own advice, but I know it's the advice that I need, and chances are it's the one that you need. So maybe you have a calendar right now on your phone or a planner and you're using it. How can you start using that a little bit better, either to start planning and start time blocking, or if you have a calendar and you're not using it, how can you start just by right now pausing and putting the things you've done today inside of there so that you can see it? And so that you can either be proud or face a disappointment, so you can get to a more proud state and start being more proactive about where your time is going. I'm basically leveraging my best self journal right now to be my calendar, but there was 4 days this last week where I wasn't able to start my day in there, and because I didn't start my day in there, I didn't get in there at all. And so Monday was a chance for me to reset, start planning it. Today was another chance for me to reset, start using it, and start getting into it. And so I've been good for these last 2 days. I get those 2 check marks, but you have to keep that chain going. And what's more important is not only knowing what's going on today, but starting to have a vision for what's happening the next day, next week, month, and year, because that sort of clarity will help you to make better decisions for wherever you're at right now in your journey to living your dream. So I want to know from you, which one of these resources really struck a chord, or maybe which one of them are you most excited to use, or are you like me and you need to take your own advice and start using the calendar a little bit more to start being that place where you can start to have your recurring tasks, start knowing what's happening today, tomorrow, and even further beyond. If I haven't had the chance to meet you yet, my name's Jeremy, and on this channel, I help you Monday through Friday to live the dream and to help you make profit along the way. And so I upload videos to help you with things like time management, high performance, goal setting, visualization and manifestation, and how to start and grow your business and personal brand. So if any of those things sound like of interest to you, then be sure to subscribe and like this video right now while you're here so you can get notified of the new ones that are coming out for you. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like this, there's more. Head to whatupjeremy.com/subscribe. This is where you'll get updates, resources, tips, and exclusive opportunities for one-on-one mentoring, things like best self journal giveaways, and even merch. So head over to whatupjeremy.com/subscribe and join the gang over there. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it brought value to your life. Leave a comment if it did, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow with another episode of my Q&A show at What Up Jeremy, where you can get your questions answered and a place where you can ask them. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Thank you.